There we go. Unmute mic. Hello, everybody. Hello. The trouble is, I play my music when I'm like starting the stream, and then I get into the song, and I don't want to finish, or I don't want to start streaming because I'm just bopping. But anyway, got quite a long list. I was just going through the Skunkworks, like public puzzles, having a look at some of those that I'd maybe like to give a go. If there's any others that people want to drop in chat, as usual. Book one, by the way, I solved version 2 of I've forgotten what you called it now. What was it called? The color. Your version of the colorful killers. One earlier. YouTube. I recorded it as well. So YouTube's just doing its thing, but I'll send you the link to it later. It was a very nice puzzle. Enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, let's jump into it. Puzzle by Gene. Can't remember why. If this one was requested or I think it was just one that I saw that I thought looked interesting. So standard search 9 with arrows pointing that or counting to the nearest 9, and then some of them acting outside. So we got and then the ones acting outside are also numbered rooms. I haven't quite got my head around if, like, no, because the digit outside, so that could be a 9 and then that could be a 1, couldn't it? Just trying to work out how the 9s and 1s interact, but don't think I can see that. It's a bit annoying that I can't write on the outside, because I want to pencil mark that as being quite big, because the 9s are somewhere along here. And is it interesting, because 9s are somewhere there and there, aren't they? So 9s drop down here. And so one of those two is a 9. So either that's a 3 or that's a 4. And if that's 3, then isn't that also 3? 1, 2, 3. And then that would be 6. That's probably okay. That's just saying that those two digits would be the same. But then that would break, wouldn't it? This is 1 and 2, by the way, isn't it? So that, yeah. If what am I trying to say? If this is 9, then they're both 3s, and that's a 6. The problem with this being 6 is both of those two are the same, and that only works when there's an odd number of digits between them. But either way, it doesn't work because this is 1 and 2. So going all the way from the back, that's not a 9, and that is 4, I think. Either 1 or 2 like that, and then that's going to be either a 4 or a 5, probably. You get a 2 there with the 1 there and the 9 here. So that's 1, 2, or 3. Can that be a 9? Yeah, no, I said that works with a 1, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. So this is either 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, this is sort of being the thing with 1s and 9s up there as well, isn't it? Quite likely. 9s along here, somewhere like that. Where else are 9s? Interesting. In that. Oh, I know what this cell is, isn't it? That's, again, I want to mark on the outside. That would be a 5 on the outside. And this tells you where the 5 is. But I can't see it doing anything yet. So that's a bit odd. I'm reading the rules right, aren't I think. Hopefully. Indicate the... Let me just fix that typo. There we go. The untitled direction where n is the digit in the first cell. Yeah. And that can, yeah, that can be a 9 and a 1. Probably. There's a 5 there. Oh, this can't be 2, can it? Because of this arrow. That's what I was missing. Or part of what I was missing. So then that's a 3 on the outside. So this is starting to be interesting because it can't be... Because you can never be the same number as the number dream unless you are a 1. So that can't be 3 or 5 from either of those two. That can't be a 4 because of this. Can't be a 6 because of that. So that is either a 7 or an 8 with 5s there. And now how have I broken this already? Because I want one of these to be a 4. This could be a 3, couldn't it? Why did I rule out 3? There you go, Helio. Let's try this again. 1s, 2s, 9s. It can't be 4s or 5s. And it can't be 6s because of the 2. And it can't be 7 and 8 because of that. That is a 3. And that's saying that that one's a 4 and that one's a 5. And that looks a bit better. Those two are done now. That one's done because of the one down here. I'll cross off those as well. Just to mark that they're okay. Nice. That's looking a bit better. This cell now has to come from 2 entries, and 9s are like that, and 9s are like this. So that cell's from 1, 2, or 3. If it was a 2, that wouldn't work because the 9 would be here, but 9s are up. The 9 would have to be there marking that, so that's not 9 in the middle. So that's either 1 or 3. And again, it's not 1. Nice. So that's saying where the 3 is. Up and down here. Which could be in lots of places. That can't be a 1 anymore. 9s go over there. This thing, 9s are there for there. The 4, 5, or 6, 9s up there. So this guy has to be a 3. I always forget that you can sort of bounce around a whole bunch of arrows, can't you, with where they all end up looking 9s there with a 2. Jesus, hang on. How do I moderate a message? Oh, this is very annoying. Mod actions? Maybe? Sorry. Maybe it has deleted that message. I can't tell now. It's doing something slightly odd. But hopefully that spam's gone away. Anyway. Freeze here, so that one's done. This cell. That's telling you where the 8 is. Which can still go in a lot of spaces there. That's telling you where the 1 is, which goes up here. It's saying where the 4 is. Which again can go in a lot of spaces. Can't go in the 6th one, of course. And this, where the 3 is. Which can't be in 4, 5, or 6. 3's somewhere up there. Nice. That's saying where the 5 is because of where the 9 is. And this is saying where the 4 is. The 4 can go in a lot of places, I think. Can't go in the 7th. Something like this. Also, I can't remember if this was last stream I think it was the last stream. Maybe it was the one before. Where we had the puzzle with the diagonal and lots of arrows and lots of set stuff. And we sort of bifurcated our way through it. I think it was the last one. I can't even remember what it was called now. And apparently we hadn't missed something. It was an assumption that had been made. Sorry, getting distracted by this. So we were off the hook on that one. And I think the puzzle was being reworked now, which is good. Yeah, so this arrow I ignored because that's saying where the 4 is. The 4 has quite a lot of options where that can go. I might just do a bit of this. This says, oh, this also says where the 4 is, so the 4 can't go there, can it? So that's not a 5. Yeah. Surely they interact in some manner. Maybe. That one's saying where the 8 is. Two and 7. Looks okay. If either of those are 4, puts a 4 down there and puts a 4 here, does that help us out at all? Or even I'm wondering if 4 in box 7 can't go there or there. Oh, 1 in box 7. Sorry, I completely misread that. Nice. I think 1's here. We've done all the 9, surely, yeah. Not sure how much the crosses at this point actually help us out. Almost makes it a bit hard to read some stuff. 3s are down there. 2's in box 5. Oh yeah, sorry. Like that. So 4s, but 4s can go wherever they want, really. It's not much of a problem. It's not 5. Is there anything odd going on there? Like if that's 7 and 5 and 4. Oh, 4s in this box are there and there, aren't they? Because they're not up here. So that's not a 4 and that's not an 8 at least. So if that wasn't 4, then that's a 4. Similarly, either that's 4 or that's 4 in this box. If 4, 4, 4, but 4s are quite open here, really, aren't they? There's 7, column 8. There's 7, column 9. 4 and 2 breaks the 4 and 2. That's nice. That's a very good spot. 4s and 8s. Change that back. Oops. Trying to do too much. Nice. So that is 8 there. There's that one done. Greens are done. That's not 4 anymore. There's a 4 down here. That is 5 or 6. That's looking quite finished. Trees are here. Isn't that a pair? No, not quite actually. Assume that would finish that off, but yeah. 2's there. 3, 5, 7, and 8. 1, 4, 6, and 7. It's all 3, 4, 6, and 7s, isn't it? What's left to do? It's just these 3, isn't it? The rest will look okay, so I'll get rid of that just to make the scanning a bit easier, hopefully. Twos. Along here, maybe? That's almost doing something with 8s, perhaps. I don't think quite. I mean, 8s do go here, don't they? Getting borderline to a lot of pencil marks. Something there. So if that's 5, that's also 5. Can you trace 5s around a bit, maybe? Six is there. That's a naked 6. 7, 8, 7, 8 with 3, 5. Oh, this. No, that is done. I was getting confused about what a crossed off one meant, but I've got rid of the crosses now. So more 3s, 7s, and 8s. 2 somewhere there. I'm just rechecking that the other ones I have finished, but I'm sure I have. So I mean, if that's 4, that's 4. Does that help you out at all? The fact that you're 5 and 6. 4s, 4s, and 2s. Otherwise, if that was 4, that would be 4. That would be 3. A 5, 7. There, and then a 5 here. All seems mostly okay. It's not another case. I'm scarred from the poker puzzle last time with Narrator, where I completely messed the non-consecutive rule. getting close to have benchmarked everything now. I mean, if that's not 8, that helpful, that's then a 3-8 pair. 8's down here. Just wanted to double check I hadn't put in something wrong. Sometimes when I get stuck, then it's partly because I've just misplaced something and then the Sudoku falls apart. Or like the intended stuff. What digit? No, there's nothing that hasn't been benchmarked yet. In here. And that tells you where the 3 is, which is somewhere there. That tells you where the 4 is. I mean, that's not 4, but it's already not 4. Sixes and 4s. Oh, 6s. 6, 4, 7, look. So I don't think that can be a 7. So 6, 4, 7, 4, 5, 4, and therefore that's 7. So yeah, so that is always 8. I'll just say that. 6 puts 4 puts 7, that's 8. Or 5 puts 4 puts 4 puts 7 puts 8. Yeah. That's always 8 and 3 like this way round. Let's delete the right thing. And either that's 7 or that is 7. Because if 6, 4 then 7, or if 5 then 7. So I mean any cell that sees those two isn't 7. So that's more restricted than I thought, that 4 or 5. Maybe. Slightly. Fives in column 6. Nice. Ah. Yes, that should do a lot, shouldn't it? 7s and 4s and 7s. What do I need to take out? 6s, 1s. Lovely. 3s and 1s. Whoa. There we go. 2, 7, and 5. Yeah. It's slightly weird how it doesn't sort of bounce back into this at that point. So I don't think it does. 7s aren't there anymore. 6 is somewhere up here. There's a 2. There's another, oh, sorry, 2, 6, 7. Still holding out. 2, 7, 8. 5, 6 pair. That's nice. Hey, you're doomed, yeah. You're coming to assess it before Friday. I'm sure Friday, by the way, I was going to message you after this. To confirm, Friday should definitely be good for the judging stream. Exactly. There's a 3, isn't there? Down here, which probably looks up. 7, 8, 7, 8. 2s and 5s. So our 2s aren't. I was expecting the 2s to sort this stuff out. Still not quite. Oh. Cat didn't like that. 1s and 7s. here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. 7s, 1s, and 5s. Nice. 7s and 8s. And lovely. A very nice puzzle. Trickier than I thought it was going to be. I can't remember if oh, maybe this one wasn't, because I was having like other ones on LMD for the stream. But so perhaps I didn't see a estimated difficulty on that one. But yeah, I don't know if there was easier things, but that bit was a bit weird to spot. But it was fun. I enjoyed that. Nice interactions between it all. Oh, I hadn't noticed he's gone to sleep on the other chap. I shouldn't really pet him because then they might move. Lovely. Right. What we got next? Oddly. Oh yeah, this puzzle. Quite oddly even. I'm just sorting out my rules and whatnot. There we go. I think I kept on half having a look at this and then going away and coming and then never got round to finishing it. So it's been one on my puzzles to have a look at for a while. So 0 to 8 instead of 1 to 9. But then standard arrow, standard XV, standard white dot. Stuff going on there. Makes your pencil marking a bit more this stuff, I suppose, doesn't it? And then arrows get really small as well, which is a bit annoying. Like that could be as small as a 3 if it really wanted to. Or possibly not because of what it sees. I mean, that would work with 3, 0, 2, and then 4, 6, wouldn't it? That's probably fine. I suspect. And that I need to remember there's not a 9. So every 3 sail arrow will need a 1 or a 0 or a 1, won't it, at least? Yeah. And then is that interesting? What's the minimum of... Because that's basically the minimum of 6 cells, isn't it? Which is 21. I'm saying that's got a minimum of 1. Which is certainly... that's a bit more than that. This is going to be even as well, isn't it? Not that that helps that much. I mean, it sort of looks set-like. Maybe. What could you... So I'm sort of looking at just moving some cells around to start with. Could you do something with that, perhaps? Of course, there's 2 extra of blue compared to pink at the moment. And I was sort of wanting... Ooh, that's interesting. But that gets deleted. So now blue is just 1 more set of the digits 1 to 9 compared to pink. And if I add that cell to both of them, then I do now have oh wait, no, how has that got cancelled? Let's try that again. So I want to do those 2 and these 2. So that's 4 sets. And compare it to this. I think is what I want to do. So that gets cancelled, that gets cancelled, that gets cancelled. Cancel this, cancel that. Cancel this. Oh, zeros. So it probably is that, isn't it? I was getting so confused how I could have that these 3 sum to 0, but of course they are just all 0. That's nice. I don't think I've ever seen a set puzzle where the outcome where it's 0 to 8, and then the outcome is you have some things of in one set and 0 in the other, and therefore they're all zeros. That's awesome. Really like that. Oh, that is very cool. Huh. Ones are sort of interesting immediately, aren't they? Along here anyway. Well, they could have gone there, I suppose, but yeah. Zeros and ones like that. And yeah, you got exactly 1 of 6, 7, and 8 on there. So that's got 6, 7, and 8. So that definitely has a 5. So that's got to be 1, 2, 5, and 8's along here somewhere, and 8's can't go there anymore. That is an 8. 3, 4, 6, and 7's. Is that the same down here? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? 3, 4, 6, 7, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. So 8's now there. Bit of tidying up. But then this isn't an 8, so that's going to be, I mean, it still could be quite small, it could be quite big still. 0's definitely on this arrow, don't particularly help. Oh, 0's on this arrow. Yeah, that's quite a lot. 3's and 5's, 2's and 6's. You can tidy it up a little, I suppose, can't you? 8's 2 going somewhere here. That's not a 2 anymore. Just wondering about if you can actually say anything more about all of the different white dots. But I don't think so. It's not there, of course. 0's in this box? No. Oops. 4 through 7. That could still be 0, 1, 3. Oh, where does this cell go, though? It's got to go on there, doesn't it? Oops. Ah, I opened these tabs before I changed my colour back, and now they're all going to be white. You can... I can't refresh a bunch of tabs at once. Nice. So that's not 5, at least. From there. And is that the same down here? Yes, because it's not 8. That's 3, 4, 6, or 7 as well. That couldn't be 3 because of this. Very entertained going back to the break-in. I did manage to work out the same set, and then because I quite often will try some set theory stuff and then mess up somewhere. So I was like, yeah, surely that's gone wrong. Just about to try and put 8's in this box there. No. I mean, these cells, I don't think they're really doing anything interesting. If that is a 4, then that would have to be 4 and 6. Which I mean, puts a 2 here. 3, not 1. Is there anything I can say about those two? Yeah, they can't be the same, actually, can they? Because of this little arrow. So get rid of that colouring for the Mo. They're going to look like if that's a 3, 7, then that's a 3, 7. And therefore one of these is a 3, which takes 3 out of there at least. And also removes 3 from here. Because 3's go somewhere like that and like that. Which means that's not a 4 anymore. It's worth... maybe sort of. Oh, 5's up and down here. Go there. Arrow in box 9 could still be 1, 2, 5. Oh, it could. Thank you very much. No. It's got a 0 on it, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah. I just hadn't called a pencil mark that because of these arrows. So yeah, we've got 0 and then 2 things, something to 8. Yeah. I thought I'd seen that, but I'd forgotten it and hadn't marked that. But anyway, these have got 5s, so yeah, they're going to be a 6 or a 7 depending on if you pick up a 0 or a 2, 1 or a 2. But there's a 1, 2. There's a 0, 1, 2, 5 quad there, and there are blue 3, 4, 6, 7. Depending on what's going on. And you always have a 6 and 7 there, which is the pink one. So if it was 7s, because the 7s could only go that way, 7s could only go here. So that can't be a 1 anymore. So you're either 6 and then 2, or 7. So noughts full there and full here. With a 1, 5. Which I wasn't really expecting. So that gets you all of that. And what have I done there? I think I've just taken out the wrong pencil mark, haven't I? Oh god, what on earth have I done? That's a 6. That's not 7 and 3, that's a 4, 6 pair. This is a 3, 7. That's a 0, 6. Right, that looks a bit healthier. Lovely. 1s, 4s and 5s, 1s, 4s and 5s. 2's up there. Kind of want to pencil mark that. Probably doesn't help. This thing maybe. We still don't know it needs. Oh, can it? Yeah, it could be 0, 2, 6. Probably still. Gonna pencil mark that as being kind of small, but probably doesn't help. That's either 2, 3 or not 5. Which puts one of those out here. Odds on for that central cell, by the way. I reckon it's probably an 8. Would be the guess. 0's hit. So if that was 0, then this would have to be 1, 2, 5. Oh, and if it's... So if it doesn't contain 0, it's 1, 2, 5. And if it does, it's got to be 0, 2, 6, looking at what's left. So you definitely always have a 2. And either 1, 2, 5 or 0, 2, 6. So I mean 4's drop down here. That surely can't be a 4. Oh, it can with 0, 5. Because I was thinking that would be 4. Oh god, that could be 4 and then 0, 4, couldn't it even? I was thinking it had to be 4, 1, 3 and then you'd be struggling to make a V. But these darn zeros, they get in the way, don't they? This cell has to go down here, so that's not 3 or 7. That is a 4 or 6. If it was a 4, I'd need 0, 1, 3. I mean, puts 3's there because of the 3, 7 pair. 7's look go in this box, and 6's go down there, obviously. 7's and 8's. these cells. They're at most 6. But it's not exactly saying much like the 7s. 7s we knew already go down here. 4013. Sorry, 4013 leaves a 2-5 pair, and that will work to that V. It would take a lot of stuff out of this. Again, that seems okay. A 1's pencil mark like that. I can't see it interacting yet down here at all. And what are these cells? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 5. So I was just looking if that is 6-4, which is your only other option other than using any of these 7/8s. Yeah, no, I think that's okay. 8 there, etc. 5 here doesn't work because that puts a 0 there. And then the arrow is too big. But 3-2 would be okay. If this does have a 5, it needs to be a 5 and 1. Which breaks this, doesn't it? Like, if that's got a 5 on it, then it's 0, 5, 1. That would have to be a 2. And then this would be a 0, 5 pair, so the 5 will go there and there. So it definitely doesn't have a 5. So to make 4, that would have to be 0, 1, 3. And to make 6, that would have to be 1, 2, 3. So they always have a 3. Which puts 3s here, don't they? Yeah. And so that's not 0 anymore. So that's either 4, 5, or 7. And it's not 7. 3s take that. 1, 2, 3 breaks the V. This one, or down here, sorry. So surely this can't be 1, 4. Oh no, yeah, it can. And box 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3 here. Yes, of course it does, doesn't it? Because of the 3 and the 2. Thank you. So that is 4. That's 0 and 5 and 4. That leaves your 1, 3 pair there. These are like that. We still don't know which way around that goes. But noughts are now... Yeah, got my pencil markings awful. What am I trying to do? There we go. And this is a 1, 2, 5, 6 there. Excellent. Those are 1s. Those are 3s and 7s, 4s and 6s, and 8. Oh, nope. 2s. 6, 7, and 8, like this. There's 2 and 5. So that's done that job. Surely we know, yeah, how that looks. They can both still be 0 and 1. Unless I'm missing something. 2 somewhere up there always pair with a 3. Because the 0 is taken. That could be 2, 3, 0, 1. Looks okay to me. So a bit more pencil marking maybe. 2, 3, 7, and 8. Oh, 7s. 7s in this box. because they can't go there because of the 6-8. So 7's drop down somewhere here. Surely that's all okay. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with that. So maybe this. 7, 8, 2, 3. It's not 2 and 8. 6 and 4, but it's 8 there. Let's get rid of 7 from here. Or your 3 and 7, which gets rid of a 2 from there. So 1's doing anything. Oh, sorry, the 0. The 0 is looking straight into it, isn't it? But 7's like that. Gives us 1s and 5s and 1s and 2s. That's not 2 anymore. 5's up there. 5's here, which puts 5 there, so that's now 2 and 3. It's 4 and 6, it's going to be a 4. Oh, I might be right about the central digit. 1, 3, 1s. 4s and 7s. 7's not there. And 4s. And grand finale. Or am I just blind? 4, 6, 8, 3, 7. Would leave a deadly pattern. So that's not the way it's going to go. We can do a bit better than that, surely. 2s in this box. Tidy up some of that. That's not 3, there's a 3. Which puts a 3 there. There we go. 7, 8, 7, 3. 6 is, that's close. 6 is 6 and 0. Oops, 0 and 0 and 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and 8. Awesome. Yeah, that is such a cool idea. That break-in. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, definitely not something I've seen before at all. Very cool concept. And well executed as well, like the whole puzzle. Had nice flow and stuff, and nice tricks with how these all lined up and stuff. Very good indeed. This left camera isn't doing much, is it? Let's see if we can. There he is. Come on, OBS. There we go. Perfect. Right. Anyway. What are we on to? Arbitrary puzzle. Oh yeah, this one. I definitely have looked at already. And then got completely... Well, I didn't... I spent a bit of time. But, oh, didn't want to close that. Yeah, spent a bit of time on it. Didn't see anything. So I thought I'd get a bit of stream help with this one. It's been a while since I looked at it. So maybe there'll be a bit of enlightenment as well. We shall see. So standard region sums with... I don't like the new trend of these box borders divide. Thingamajiggies, but anyway. For the old region sum definition. And then standard quad stuff as well. Going on there. With not a lot of immediate help from this. From like single cell stuff. So I think we got to think a lot about minimums and maximums, is what I was doing at the start, because these quads mean this has a maximum of 10. Minimum of 5, obviously, maximum of 10. And of course, it couldn't be 5. Oh, yeah, this was what I was looking at, I think, was the fact that these are all different pairs. So doesn't that have to be 10? No, it can be 9 as well. Because you have to have 4 different ways of making this sum. It's got to be at least a 9. Yeah. Yeah. So the 1 either pairs with an 8 or a 9. And that can't be a 9, probably? No, because then that'll be like 9 and 1. And we'd break the one quad in here. So they're quite restricted. And oh, and of course these, like, in total, that sums to an even number. So that's definitely going to be odd. And because of the 1s in here, that's not going to be 3. I'm now thinking in terms of 0 to 8 logic. I was like, oh, that could be 3 with a 0. Which I suppose it couldn't even be with a 0, because so that would be another 0 and 3. Anyway. So like, if this was a 5, then, because I wonder if these could be the same sum as that. I think they can, can't they? They can all sum to 10, surely. I'm assuming, by the way, that the break-in, given like it's reasonably symmetric with this funky shape, that the break-in would be given at the top. And yeah, it's got to be, because like you get this extra interaction at the top, which you don't have down here. I mean, there's similar things going on that these either sum to 9 or 10. Ooh. And maybe that is more interesting than I thought, because you get this little pair, don't you? Which, looking up into box 2, might help us out, maybe. Because again, you've got pretty much the exact same thing, that you've got your 4 different coloured pairs in here. Not entirely sure what, if that is doing any interaction. I'll carry on focusing at the top and see how we get on there. And of course, he's just parked himself exactly where I moved my mouse, running out of space. Like these 2 cells, I was just wondering about things that see of this, and the fact that if you're a 9, if these sum to 9, then you're missing a 9 somewhere, which I suppose actually would have to go down here, because it can go on there. But if you're missing a 10, then you're missing a 5. Ooh. Which might be interesting if that's then 5, potentially. And no, because this needs at least 2 cells from 1, 2, and 3. That doesn't mean much with that, basically, does it? If this region sum and this stuff all sum to the same thing, right? Sorry. Getting distracted with that 3. But I don't think it's doing anything. And then all the 9. If these sum to 9, maybe we can make them sum to 10. If these sum to 9, because of the 9 quad, it puts 9 there. And makes that not 9. Which would force a 9 onto these. And that would currently sum to 18. If that was 5, that would be 23, would leave 22, that would be 11. 2, 9, 3, 8. Sorry, what was I saying? If these guys sum to 9, this might be a bit of a chain. If these guys sum to 9, you get a 9 here. That's not 9. If that were 5, these would sum to 11. They'd have to be 9, 2, which forces the 8 onto them because oh, no, it doesn't. It forces a 7 onto them because this is summing to 9. 7 and 4, which would leave 6 and 3 and 1 and 8, and that just works. Huh. I was really expecting that to break. 9, 5, 9, 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 1, 8. No. These can't have 1. That's the point. Right. These can't have 1 because of this one quad. Oh, I think I said that maybe even at the start. And then just ignored it. Right. These definitely have a 1, so they can't be all that big. So if these did sum to 9, the 9 would be here. And that certainly couldn't be a 5 because that would have to sum to 11. So could they got my mouse back. Could that's if these guys sum to 9, that's 9. Could that work with a 7? 25, 20. Yeah, just about. So if these sum to 9, these sum to 10. That's a 7. If these sum to 10, then I wonder what that means instead. These sum to 10. You definitely get a 9 on here, which could take the 9 there. What happens if this is 9? If this is 9, that sums to 29. And that would sum to 16. Be like 1 and 7. This would need 8 and 2. So that would be 1, 7, 3, 5. Yeah, that all works. So wait, so if this is 9, now what am I trying to say? This is 9. Oh no, wait, that could still be 10. Why did I think that being 9 forced that to be 9? I don't think that's true. But I haven't actually used any of that logic, so we should still be fine. So, I mean, what's the smallest this could be? That can be at most 29, leaving 16, so that's at least an 8. If it was 8, it would be 1, 7. 1, 7 with a 9. 3, 5. Yeah, I suppose if this this is 10, does that work with a 5 there? Yeah, because then that's just 10. Oh, this is confusing me now. And I suppose if they did both sum to 10, right? Then this would be blue and yellow, some order. And these two would sum to 10 like that. Those would sum to 10, those would sum to 10. Are you running into a problem with this? So, I mean, that's like, because then that would be like yellow and blue there. That would have to be green. That would be pink. It all just seems to be working. Because then this is just like a small pink and green pair. And that doesn't seem to be an issue. So that was thinking about the case if they all just sum to 10. It's not this, is it? That helps you say that that sort of thing can't happen. Another thought, right? If this sums to 9, then you've definitely got a 1-8 pair on here, which forces 8s onto here. Oh god, can they all just sum to 9 at that point? They totally would, wouldn't they? Because what your other option is them summing. Oh, but well, could they sum to 10? That could still be 1, 9, 2, 8 with a 7. No. Yeah, because then that leaves 3, 6, 4, 5. Ah, madness. It even puts the 9 there. There's lots of things. So maybe it is something to do with this. I have to use different color scheme. I'll stick with red. And the fact that if these two shapes had the same sum. No, because because then they'd sum to 9 or 10. And like that and that. If the sums work, there will always be a set of digits. Is that always true though? Because sometimes I think I have seen stuff where when you like actually break down, I've seen it more in killer puzzles, where you break down like the subsets of the numbers that you have to take. But maybe just because they're all pairs, it still works. Perhaps. Maybe it's the case when you have like larger subsets, then sometimes you can't actually make your certain smaller sums, but it probably does work. And yeah, I reckon that one of these will be a 9 and one of these will be a 10. They're being good today. They're sticking around, which is nice. Running around earlier. Row 1, column 3. Needs to go in box 2. Oh, yes. Because, oh no, wait, can't these... I think those two cells could be the same, and then those two cells could be the same. Without running into any problems. no worries. I mean, maybe there's something wrong with that sort of setup. Row 2, column 9, or row 3, column 9. Oh, that's very true, isn't it? Yeah. So that will always go there. Oh. Unless. Yeah. Wonder if that sort of thing could happen. They'd have to be different sums at that point. Random thought, there's ones here. That probably doesn't do anything. Row 1, column 4. This little guy. Break up the remaining 2 sets. 2 segments. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose if that is 7, right? It forces 7s, because 7s have to be somewhere in yellow, blue, pink, and green. It forces 7s into here. Oh, and I was about to say then that, well, it forces the equivalent of the 3 and the 2 out of there. And also means these can't sum to the same thing, but obviously they can't if that's a 7. Because 38 ain't divisible by 4. Right. That makes sense, yeah. And if they are all the same sum, then they all sum to 10. That's a 5 with the 2, 3. Just seems very content doing that 2, 3, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking at the right thing, sort of thinking about that sort of stuff. Probably still needs to be more general, the ideas. I don't think we can be bringing in this stuff yet, surely. Or like, these feel very much like disambiguators more than anything. Although, because like, if that has a 1, it puts 1s there. Oh god, that's, oh my god. One of these 2 cells is a 9. Isn't it? Because of that. Wait, is that true? If this isn't 9, it's got a 1. And therefore 1s go here, and then that is a 9. Oh my lord, this has got a 9 on it. Ha. I cast them aside way too early. Right, this sums to 10. Ah, yeah. That was weird. I didn't expect them to do something. That is very weird. Right. These sum to 10. So, can that be a 7? Yeah, they would sum to 9, wouldn't they? So these either sum to 8, 9, or 10 still. 1s and 9s go here. Oh, and if this cell's 9, means that sums to 9? Oh, that can't be 9 and that can't be 9. Right, because of the ones. Because the ones go up here and these are blue and pink. Green and pink, which don't take any of that nonsense. So we have some digits. So do they do anything? Surely. They'll help us out a bit, don't they? Ah. That's a bit of progress. Can these both be 9s out of interest? No, because it puts a 9 here, which make that break. So exactly one of those is a 9. Which might also be interesting. But possibly not all that much. If this sells 9, then that sums to 8, isn't it? 29, leave 16 behind, yeah. But I think that's... Oh, so 9's there, 9's there, 9's there. What's 9's down here? What's 9's onto there? All seems okay. Unless I'm missing something. Because otherwise you do get 9's on here. Oh, this... Wait, if this is 7, then where's 9? Because that sums to 27, and then you're 18, and then the 9's break. So that's not 7. So either that's 5, and then these sum to 10, or that's 9, and these sum to 29, 8. 8 or 10? Interesting. Ones? No. Now ones down here either go with a 9 or a 10. Ooh, no, because if this sums to 10, I think you can still get away with that summing to 10. That would be 1 9 at the top there. And 9's here. 1's there. I mean, one's here. Ones here make this sum relatively small. Because they obviously couldn't have another 1 on it. You can't repeat a cell. Yeah. See you later, Junior. I'll message you about some stuff, by the way, with the finals and the stream later. Have some ideas of stuff that we could do. I'll message you. 4, column 1. That's 9. And you reckon these two can't sum this can't be a sum to 10. So it puts 5 there. 9, but 1's down here, 1's there. Oh, and of course this is a 2 3 4, which makes that have to be a 1 9, which means 1's there, 9's there. Yeah, I forgot that it has to be 2 3 4. 1's there, 9's there, which would break this, wouldn't it? Yeah. So if this is 9 with 2 3 4, then that has to be 8. Oh, this always takes... No. I was thinking this always takes a 1, but it always takes a 1 if that's 9. So it'd have to be 1 and 7, wouldn't it? If this is 9. 9, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 7. Oh, which interestingly puts the 1 and 7 like that. And to make this a 7-3. Don't think it can have 1 at all. As in, sorry, do you mean this can't have a 1? I think this sort of thing works. 2, 6, 4, 8, 3, 5, 9. I feel a bit... Oh god, yeah, sorry. Wait, did I just mean to put those the other way around? I think. 1s and 7s, 1s and 7s. Oh, no, it doesn't, does it? Sorry, I kept on looking at that and then, yeah, ignoring that. So if that's 2, 3, 4, that would be a 1, and then that's a 1, and then those two cells have to be the same. Nice. Good spot. So that's R9 with a 2, 3, 4, and 1s are somewhere here. Which means this sums to 9 now. Because the 9s are gone. And the 5's up here. So this now sums to 10. Which is sort of helpful, maybe? That's now a blue and a yellow. Let's make sure I don't cross. These are all going to be the darker colours, and then these are all the light colours. So light colours sum to 10, and the darker colours sum to 9. So I don't know how much this sort of stuff will help. Maybe a little. It's got a bit. I shouldn't have tried. Okay. So 1s and 9s like that with 1s up here. Or 1s there. Both would probably be okay. Is there anything we can say about the interactions between things that sum to 10 and things that sum to 9? Probably. If that comes from 5, 6, and 7. Both of which have to go here. On that cell. On these cells. Like they're from dark blue and dark red. And their corresponding pair has to be up here. So like those two might sum to 9 and those two or those other way around, basically. Which might look up here. Especially with the 1s. Because at least one of these has to be big. At that point. That's not 5. This can't. I didn't know what I thought. I didn't know which color that is. It can't be that color, because then you get too many of it in the row. It can't be pink, so that's definitely green, isn't it? Box 3. What have I done to box 3? Oh, 2, 3 pair. That certainly does help, doesn't it? And that puts the 4 and the 6 and puts the 2, 3, 7, 8, which we'd even thought about earlier. And just neglected. Nice. That's a bit more. Few more pencil marks, really, isn't it? 2, 3, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. So that's 2, 3, 7, 8, like that, with a 6, 9 here. Finishing that off. Yeah. So at least one of those is a 7 and 8. But both could be at this point, probably. these cells. 1, 6, and 9. Oh, 9s go here, of course, because 9s aren't on there. So that's quite big. 9's like that. 9's like that. Maybe. If that's 4, be 7 or 8 still. 4, 1, 9, 6. 9's up and down here, could still go there. When's the 3 gonna do some work, I wonder? Oh, because if either of these are 3s, like if that's your 3-7 pair. Oh, that's not 2-3 either, by the way, because of this. So one of these is quite big. So that's certainly not 6, and that's not 4 or 5. One of these has to be a 1. Which, that one has to be a 1. 1 and 9, like that. 4 and 6 and 9. How long have I had that? Staring across at this, I don't know. That's certainly a pink cell. 1s and 9s down here. Maybe. 2, 3, 7, 8, 1, 9. From 4, 5, and 6. 5 somewhere there. Eights. I mean, 8s go somewhere along there. Probably doesn't help much. Like, if these had a 3, then they'd be the same as green. But looking at it, that seems quite likely. 5's along here, though, of course, are there. Two, 3 pairing, column 8. Nice, thank you. Oh, does that? That's probably more what you meant. Oh, and then 7 and 8. So that's an interesting. Like if that's 7. No, because these don't really talk to each other. But if that was 3, 7, that would be 3, 7. That would have to be 2 and 8. But that seems okay. So then that's just a 6. 2, 3 pair there now. So you have 4. I sort of pencil marking this to see if this little region sum helps us out at all. Seven makes red 2. 7, 2. That's 8, 2. I don't think so, because this can still be pink or green. 7, 2, 8, 2, and then that's just pink. The 3, 7 there. Yeah, that looks okay. Small thing, that can't be 2, 7, because it looks up here. That comes from 3, 4, 5, or 6. This has a chance of being a 1-8 pair. If it does, obviously, it then affects this stuff quite a bit. So I wonder if that helps us out, maybe. These two cells are ones that hide in there. This can't be like any mad digits, can it? It can't be a 7 or an 8. Because then... Well, in fact, this sums to at most 14, because we got that 7-8 pair and it doesn't have a 9. So, yeah, so that sums to at most 14 and definitely doesn't have a 1, of course. If it were 14, that would be a 6-8. 7, 2, 4, 5. Seems okay. I have one incredibly needy cat who has now climbed into my arms. Lad, what are you doing? Anyway. 5, 6, 7, 8 there. Fours. If fours are here, this could be interesting. Then... Oh no, I was thinking it then pushes fours there. But fours there just put 5s here and mean that one of these has to be a 4-5 pair. So we use the 1 quad. We use both the 1 quads and the 9 quad, so the only quad left to think about is the 3. And then there's, of course, this thing. Which surely that can't be a 1. No, because then that's 2. That's going to be very small. That's going to be very big. I press 2 keys? I think so. Yeah. So now this is kind of big. So... I don't know, actually. The water's gone. Um, 9, 5, 6, 8. Oh, 6, 8 would stop that being 8 and 1. Force 1s up there. I don't see. Ooh, 1s. Because 1s can't go on here anymore because of the 9. I think I knew that. Yeah. Huh. It'd be nice if we knew what this pair had to be. I suppose if these are 3s, then it puts 3s there. It's 3 and 7. Oh, it actually puts a 3 there, doesn't it? So if either of these are 3s, stops any of that being a 3, makes that 3, 7, 2. I think that's okay. If this is 3, 7, and the quad clue containing a 3 forces the 4 region sum, 3, 7, that's 2, 8. But 7 and 2. Nice. That is very good. 3, 7 here. Needs a 3 there. Means that is 3 and 7. No, wait, hang on. Means that is 2 and 8. Means that's 7. Means that's 2. And then that breaks that. Lovely. 3, 7, 2, 8. So that is a 2. That's a 3 and a 7. Tidy up them. Tidy up that. So all our quads are now done. That's not a 2 anymore. You saw it before me. Yeah, it felt like there had to be something going on with how it sort of bounced back into that. Made sense as a place to look. Mm. Oh, 3 3s now look down here, so that's not 4 and 5. Ah, which should help us out quite a bit actually. 3s, 9s, 4s and 5s, 5s and 3s. No, 5s and 4s. Oh, I was hoping that was going to do that. 4's not there. Can't. This has got to do something shortly. Yes, yeah, where's 3 and 6? There's a 3 6 pair. That was what I was thinking I was trying to do. 5 7 7s, 1 6 8 7s and 2s. Still don't look up. This sums to 12. Needs one of 7 and 8. That's still not done. I've pencil marked this incorrectly, haven't I? There we go. Thank you. 1s and 8s. 2s and 8s up there. And these two, 2 7 4 and 5. 5 7 pair. Ah, I could. Yeah, no, it could still be quite a lot. It's not 5 and 7, and it's not 8 because of this. But it can still basically be whatever. In terms of everything else. Oh, there's a virtual 7 8, virtual 7 8 pair across those two. So that is 3 and 6. Which we know which way round. 6s but 8s. 8s but 1s. That is a known 9 2 pair. Nice. What have we got left? 1s, 4s and 5s. There's a 1. And there's a 4 5 pair. 6 and 8. Nice. It all looks like it's working. I think at this point I'll probably the color scheme that's mostly done its work. So is this going to be our final ambiguous? Oh no, this surely, because if that's 4, then that's 8, and oh no, I've done something wrong, haven't I? Because if that's 4, that's 8. No, that does work with 4 and 7, and if that's 5, that's 7, and that's 5, that's 8. So that's all fine and dandy. 4s and 5s, of course, look across, so that's now a 2 7 pair, which is going to jump down here. 7s and 3s, 3s and 6s, 3s and 8s. Still got lots of pairs that are going to need sorting out. 1s, 3s, 6s. Hey, that was from that, wasn't it? I sometimes get confused how some things get sorted out. So this doesn't contain a 1. So that's already at least 11. If it's 2, 4, and 5. In fact, where is 4? 4 is there. So that's 2 and 7. So now this is even bigger. That's now at least 16. So it definitely needs a 9. Which helps us out here. 1s and 6s. 7s. Now this is 16. So it has to be 5 and 7 like that. 8 and 9. 4s and 7s and 5s. 7s and 2s. Oh, yeah. 6 and 1s. That looks like an 8 and a 2. 9 and 2. 5. 8. And up. step. 6, 3, 3, 9. 4s and 6s, 6 and 5s. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that. That's the sort of trickery with region sums that you don't really come across all that often, is it? But like this stuff, looking up at that quad, that was kind of mad. How it went from there. Nice end to it as well with these additional lines. Yeah, really cool puzzle. Enjoyed that one a lot. Would not have seen, like, trying to solve that on my own. Would have been a bit of a mare. Always helpful. When you get a bit stuck and then charge you spotting that was nice. But yeah. Very good indeed. Lovely. Right. What we got next? Going through. I would say we're getting through them at speed, but those have actually taken quite a while. See if these ones are a bit quicker. I should have probably checked with the Sire if this Saya. Never say his name right. I've only just noticed how this goes to the 2 cats and the cat is gone. Cat now. I should have checked with them if this is, because I think he messaged me this puzzle a while ago asking for a test. But it looked like it should be decent. We shall see. Right. So standard 10 lines, splitting these up into segments summing to 10. And then normal black and white crop key stuff going on. So, oh, it's a good one. Oh, nice. So that could be a whole thing summing to 10. I mean, at least takes those 3 because that sums an odd number. But and I suppose the only way the whole thing does sum to 10 is if that does sum is 1 and 2, which then puts a 1, 2, and a 4. Does that start having interesting effect on this slightly, maybe? A bit, perhaps. Because otherwise, I mean, this can't be that big. It's not going to have a 6 on it, say. So that could be various lengths. Of course, these they could also be double 5s, which is quite a nice way to hide 5s away in these sort of puzzles, isn't it? Oh, of course, can't have an 8. And if that was 6 and 3, that also doesn't work, does it? Because then that has to be a 1. Sorry, like that. Oh. I think it is quite an old one. I think this was from like a week and a bit ago, maybe even a couple of weeks. So if that was 2 and 4, that also doesn't work, does it? Yeah, because the whole point is that can't sum to 10. That's probably what I should have seen when I drew that line. Right. Got some of the break-in, maybe. So that sums to 10. Looking like something like this. These are also quite big. As is all of this stuff. So you can actually sum to 10 like that going around the corner, which is interesting. I assume that those two would have to sum to 10. that can, in theory, bend around like that. Yeah. Probably not that useful yet. So if it did go around the corner... Oh, no, it can't. Because the only way that works is that's 3, 4, and 3. Which puts 2 3s. So that looks like this. That's not a 6. Then if that tried to be 8 and 4... yeah, the 8 and 4 doesn't work. And this can't be like that, so it's got to be a little thing coming across like this. So that's not 7 or 3, that is 6 and 4, 4 and 6, like that. Lovely. This 6 can't take more than one cell, of course. So then you end up with a pair there. Can't 4, 6, and 3 that way round. Or that way round. Nice. What are the cells at the top? 5, 6, 8, and 9. Of course, this comes from 1, 2, 4, and 8. With a bit of stuff removed there. These are kind of interesting that they're like you can only use at most 2. Oh, and of course this is going to be another pair. 3, 4, 6, and 7. So can we do the same thing of this going around the corner? Yes, yeah. That's got to be a pair. 1, 2, 3, and 7 without a 1 and a 9. Without a 2 and an 8 even. 3, 7, 6, and 4. So what does that say? These... Yeah, so one of these sums to 10 in 3. And it could, in fact, be this with a 3, 5, and then a... whatever it fancies at that point, basically. Like a small child. These can be at most a 5, of course. Bit of tidying up there. There's something interesting here. Like that can't be a 5, surely. No, because then that would be a 1, too many 1, 2s across row 3. That is 8 on 9, which puts 8 on 9 at the top here. Which again can't be an 8, 9 pair. One of those has to be a 5 or 6. So one of them, like, because that cell goes up here, has to have a 1, 2 like that. If I get stuck, I'll definitely ask you, Shad, for help. That can't be a 9. Oh, neither of those can be 9s and 8s, and surely can't be 7s either, no. So that's from 3, 5, and 6. It's got to have a 3 as well. So this is a thingamajiggy 10. And then that one at the end, which isn't 3 or 7. Is a different colour to that. Might be interesting. 1 or 2, that's a green 1 or 2. That's quite big. It's certainly not 5. It's not 6 either. One of those is an 8. Nice. Oh yeah, you got that 8, 9 thingamajig down here. I can make that one yellow now, can't I? In fact, instead, let's make that pink. Which means this isn't pink. Yeah. That is the pink 8, 9. The pink 1, 2. Green. There's more here. So one of these is green. It's a green like that. Why have I made that an 8, 9? That's certainly not true. That is a 5, in fact, isn't it? Of course. So all this could sum to 10 still if that's like 5. No, because as soon as that's 5, that's 8 and 9, that's 1 and 2, and that's big. So that can't be 5 because then that's 5 and 5, and then that breaks. So that is our 8, 9. That one's... Nope. Where have I gone wrong? What have I done there? Whoops. Digits are okay. Pencil marks are probably not. What's happened here? That's not... Yeah, it's not allowed to be a 5. And that makes that 5, which with all this makes that 5, and then which one was green? Ah, I probably didn't I? It's probably because I coloured one of them yellow, and then or one of them was pink, and then I was like, oh, that can't be that certain colour, and whatnot. Right. Thank you. So I'm going to get rid of the colour scheme for now because I should just be able to work off the fact that, or I can now, pink, goes somewhere up here. And I mean, what I now want to be like is like, if that's 8, 9, that's 8, 9, and then that breaks here. So that's a bit cheeky. Yeah, so I don't know which way around those go, do I? This cell, though, that's quite big. Certainly not a 3. That's the same there. 8s and 9s in here. 1, 2, 3, and 5. 3s. Probably. That's also quite small. Feels like there's a lot of pressure on all of these. So much so that I should just be able to write it all in. Pretty much, but I don't think I can. I thought I had those one way around or the other. Perhaps not. That was probably with me assuming the wrong things. So, hey, Ambrose. Alright, what are we looking at? So if this is 5, that's 5. And then that would be an 8, 9 with a 1, 2. And of course, yeah. So I was wondering if you could split this into something more summing to 10, but of course you can't. Both of those sum to 10, both of those sum to 10. And that's got to be the same. Oh, there's not, is there? To be fair, that's what I get for trying to say a puzzle. And that's got to be the same down here as well, isn't it? Yeah. So, oh no. Okay, we've got some people that have solved it already. So we should be able to work out, hopefully. As soon. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's not 7 and 3, by the way, is it? All 1, 2, 5 triples. Ah, nice. That's not 5. 5's at the top here. And to get 5 pairs there or there. I'll struggle to remember puzzles that I've solved the day before. I'm with you on that memory type. And there's, of course, some interaction there. Surely. Oh, a bit of colouring might actually help us out. Given that... Oops. Want dark blue. So that's like the dark blue 1, 2. Which goes with the light blue 8, 9. And similarly the light pink 8, 9 will go with the dark pink 1, 2. That's like that. But none of those are particularly looking into here, which is what I want. If that's... Oh, light blue. Of course, one of these is dark blue as well, because of where light blue goes in row, got in column 4 even. I was wondering if this can help us out already. I mean, I know it doesn't have a... Does it have a... Could it be 1, 2? Can that really be 5 and 6? Yeah, it probably could actually, couldn't it? Here's something a bit interesting. If those two are 5s, then those two are 5s, then surely... Yeah, and then those two are 5s. Which is about where the trail runs cold, isn't it? Yeah, that all seems to work. And I wonder if there's a problem with the fact that you've got all these 1, 2, 5 triples, and therefore that maybe or like one of these might have to be a 4. But it's interesting, of course, as soon as that's 4, 6 with the 3, 5, and 2, then that starts to sort of all do quite a lot of work as well. Oh yeah, as soon as either of those are a 4, 6, it makes that a 3, 5. And a 2 and a 2, 8. But that being 2, 8 doesn't mean that much in the grand scheme of things, I don't think. No, not particularly. So yeah, do I want to be a bit cheeky and be like, if this was light blue? Well, I don't think it's too bad, actually. If this is light blue, then of course, yeah. If this is light blue, that's a 5, and therefore that's 5. But if this is light blue, that's therefore pink, and then those two are the same, and then that's also 5. So slightly using what I did before, but I think I can get away with it. And to be fair, I don't think it's actually going to help at all, which is interesting. That's a light blue there, but there's my light blue colour. There we go. But I can't see that doing much else. I thought that would be how it's going to finish off. Something else to spot. Perhaps even... I mean, as soon as those are 5s, it puts 5s over here. 5s there. Ah, no, I can't see that going anywhere. Light pink, light pink. Hmm. Light pink's there as well, isn't it? Sort of looking at where some of these cells would have to go in these outside corners. Ooh. That's maybe interesting. Trees. Oh, I already knew trees went there. Hmm. But these two cells are exactly those two cells, aren't they? Which probably doesn't mean anything. Except those two cells are the same. Oh, am I going to have to use a completely different color scheme? I'm going to let's save that color scheme so I don't lose it. But it's interesting that those two are the same, and therefore those two are the same. Which I feel like I should have just known, shouldn't I? Maybe not. It feels like that's likely. So can I follow through with like more colouring up here is what I'm wondering about at that point. Let's well let's do it like that. Because what I want to colour is this next. And think about this in relationship to the trouble is that a lot of these other stuff still can be like that could be light pink, dark pink, couldn't it? Don't see any reason why it shouldn't be. There's something interesting because that's like your last one to make that dark blue. And then these are either light pink or, oh sorry, dark pink or dark green. And if they're dark, I feel on the verge, but I might also just be barking up the wrong tree. I do also wonder if these are more relevant than I think. Like they can't have a 9. Can they have an 8? No, they can't have an 8 either. Of course, they don't have a 5. 6, 7, 7, 9, 5, 8. 6 is up there. 6 there. 6s and 6s here. Ah, that's probably all fine, isn't it? Or like the other extreme of 1, 2, 5, 4. I think I've vaguely thought about that already. At this point, I'll definitely appreciate a hint from those that have solved it. Oh. Well, that sounds like my sort of solving method. If I manage to colour the whole grid and then I just invert the colours at the end, and then the obvious bit will be staring at me. So I tried colouring my 1, 2, 8, 9s. Tried colouring these pairings. This is 7 and 8. Definitely feels like this sort of stuff should be interacting across into here a fair bit. These can't be 5s. Oh no, that doesn't do as much as I hoped. If those two are 5s, it puts a 5 up there because of the black dot, which puts a 5 here. And then that cell's 5, and then that's also a 5. So that does a little, maybe. Because I know that one of these two's 5s. So 5s fall down here now. Because I was wondering about the sort of things that get taken off that dot. If that's 1 or 2, then it beats up there, and then that's not a 1-2 pair. It definitely needs a 4. 4 and 4. Oh, getting closer. Getting warmer. 4 and... Oh, one... No, hang on. Oh god, no, wait. If that's 1, 2, 8, 9, then that just breaks here, doesn't it? Yeah. Those two. Yes. Thank you very much. And that's 1, 2, that breaks that. I should have seen that a long time ago. Thank you very much. 2s, 2s, 8s. 8s and 2s like that. 6 comes up here. Nice. 4, 7 and 8. 9s and 1s. It still feels like there's quite a lot of triples to be sorted out. That's not 5 and that's not 5. 1, 2 pair. 5, 5, 1, 9. 8, 5, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 2, 8. I was about to make that an 8 there, but there already is, which is nice. 9s and 1s, 1s and 1s and 4s. Let's try and do that the right way around. 1s and 5s. 7s. Which see into here. Well, they don't. That one sees into there. That's close enough. And then it's just a bit of Sudoku in it. 1s, 4s, 6s and 8s, 2s and 1s. 6s there. Which don't seem to do anything. 5s, look. 3 here. And I had from the 5s down there. Should have looked at my own corner pencil mark, shouldn't I? 3s? Maybe? No. 4s. Up here. But there's still Sudoku to be done. Apparently. I just can't see it. 6s are there. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, and 9. 2 still have a couple of places. Sevens in this column. No, they can still hide there. What can this cell be actually? Can't be a 2. Odd. 5 in column 8. Nice. Thank you. That should do a lot of work, shouldn't it? 8s and 8s. 2's down there. Probably put a 2 here. That must get sorted at the end. Well, in fact, it gets sorted now. 1s and 5s and 2s. Whoa, missed. There we go. Nice. That was really rather good. That was. Yeah, that was a hard point when, and it was literally managed to do everything else. Color everything else except those important ones. You still had to see the 5s as well. So those 5s were a bit hard. But yeah, nice puzzles there. I know they're a bit. I'm still trying to teach them Sudoku, but they struggle. They've still got their 9 lives, but struggling to get there with 9, counting to 9 in a Sudoku. We shall see. Yeah. Very good indeed. Right. Time's at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I got time for a few more. Probably. Oh yeah, there's some nice yin yang puzzles that I fancied to look at. What am I trying to do? I'm losing my mind. Paste that there. Wait that. Paste that. 50. That's. Whoops. I have to make those a bit smaller, aren't I? 28. Probably go a bit more. 36. That rules? No. 32 it is. Hopefully the rules are readable. It's standard Sudoku. Standard yin yang. Shading, unshading, no 2x2. Everything orthogonal. Yeah, I'll get them watching it at some point. Can't repeat in cages, must sum if given, but haven't got any sums. And then cage totals indicate how many of the same cells, how many cells of the same color, shaded or unshaded, are seen orthogonally from the position of the diamond. So if that summed to 6, then this diamond would see 6 cells, including itself, of the same color. Normal white dot, black dot, and all dots are on borders. So fill in a bit of this to start with. And then have a think of where to start looking. I haven't got any borders on the edge, unfortunately. And I was about to say no massive cages, but then this one's quite big. So he looks like a likely place to start. So he's got to see at least 15 of his own colour, of which can have at most 9 in that direction. So you're going to have at least another 6 coming up here. And if you can take at most 9 there, I mean, that's going to be the same colour. He needs an extra 6 in the row as well. So he's going to take all of that stuff as well. For sure, which is nice because that's already picking up some more diamonds. No 2x2s, of course. And we get a whole bunch of borders, which I'll start to get rid of as we come through to each of them. That can't cut off to the top because this blue has to get out. Which means this can have at most 8 coming up and down here. And then this needs an extra 1 there. So like that couldn't be blue, could it? Because otherwise, got most 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, and that's the same here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So that's therefore blue. This, of course, has got to be at least seeing 10 of its own color. If it was a blue, it would see at most 9. So that's pink as well. And this can't be massive now. Because what? That sees at most 9 plus 7. At most 16. And then these cells come from that sort of thing, don't they? Oh, so that's just straight up a 6, 8 pet. So this is 15. Which makes sense, really. Feels like it should be. 3, 4 there. 1, 2 here. Nice. I was about to say this can't be a 1 because this can't be that big, but this could be massive if he really wanted to. There's no real harm in that, I don't think. This can't be a 1-2 pair. He's seeing at least 8 cells. And he can't see that many. So if that was 12, is the blue. So that is a 3, 6. And that does see 9. So we see 9 across there. Now this diamond sees 9 across there. He needs another 6. So that is blue at the top here. Tidy some of that up. It's hoping that 3, 6 looked up here. Well, it looks up here at least, doesn't it? So that's 1, 2, 4, and 8. That 3, 6 goes into there. 7 and 9, 1 and 2. 8's not here, that's not 2. Can this be 3, 6? Probably. No harm in it, really. If that was because this is at least, well, actually, because that's now very small, this sums to at least 1, 3, 4, 5, which is 13. Currently sees 9, so it's going to see at least another 4. This could get quite big if pink sort of escaped that way. Let's avoid some 2x2s. The blue's got to come out. Oh, I didn't add that as a region. And the blue's, yeah, the blue's still growing, isn't it? Surely that can't be pink. Because of... no, that's fine, actually, isn't it? Yeah, that seems okay. Because I was thinking the checkerboardy stuff might cause a problem. Don't think it does. That cell's got to be blue, looking at where the borders are for blue to be allowed to escape. How many cells is this guy seeing? He's seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's either seeing 7, 8, or 9. So that doesn't have a... Oh, and it can't be 6, 3 at that point, can it, of course? Because if that was 6, 3, then... Sorry, getting started doing other stuff. Then that's at least 10. But he can only see at most 9. 3, 6, 4, and 8. 2 somewhere down here. That probably has to have a 2 on it. But not necessarily. This is a single cage. Sees at least 4 things. So that comes from 4, 6, and 8. We know the sum of this cage now. That's now 7. Surely that can't be blue. No. Because if that's blue, that would be pink to avoid 2x2. And then that's seeing at most 2 things. So we can go across like that. Which doesn't help out nearly as much as if that was the other way around. But this has now got to see exactly 7. which goes up to here. Row 3, column 7. This cell? Oh yes, because of checkerboardy. Nice. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks like it shouldn't be allowed. Oh no, it's got to be blue. Blue's got to escape at the top. More checkerboarding. Blue's got to come through this gap now. Or 2x2. So this now sees exactly 7 cells. That's 1, 2, 4. 4 and 8, 3 and 6. Oops. Yes, 5, 7, 8 and 9. There. So this colour. Trouble is, if it was blue, it could get quite big out there. If it's pink, it's way too small, actually, isn't it? If that's pink, then you're seeing at most 5 cells, and that's up to at least 6. That's definitely blue. And the blue's got to grow as well, or else it'll be being at least at most 4. And in fact, we see at least 7 cells because it doesn't have 3 in it, this gauge. And therefore, that can't be pink. Yes, because otherwise that diamond sees only 6 blue cells. So now this is pretty massive. Probably doesn't have to worry too much about what it sees. This is also seeing 7, this diamond coming down that way. 2, 4, 5s are here. 3, 6 pair. 3s don't work because the 1, 2, 4 triple. Threes like that. Up and down here. 8s and 9s. 5, 6 and 7s. Lovely. So this thing is seeing only 4 cells. That's got to snake around like that. Surely that can't be blue. No, it probably can actually, can't it? There's an 8 and 9 pair there. 1, 3 and 8. A 6 to finish that box. Oh, row 6. Thank you. What did I do there? 1, 3, 5. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Thank you very much. Oh, that's interesting. The 4 and the 6, that has to be a 2. And this cell 7, 3, 2. It probably can be a 1. Well, that sort of sees in the row and stuff. Seven, 8, 9, and 5. This little thing. He has a couple of options, but both seem to work still. He could still be pink if he wanted to. Just pinkify a lot along there. If he's blue, right, he has to be a blue 9. And then they're both... Oh, no, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, yeah, no, they could both be pink. With pink sort of sweeping around like that. It's probably fine. This guy, though, surely we're quite limited as how much he can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can't get both of those or else that would be trapped. So that's at most 14. So that's certainly not a 7. You can still get away with that being, or like 2 of these being blue. One of those is a 4. Does that help? No, not yet. I feel like we should know something about this. Our ones go there, actually, looking at some Sudoku and that white dot. And if that was a 3-6 pair, it pushes 3 and 6 into here. Which in fact would have to look like that because of this pairing. That would be 6 and something. 5 or 7. Seems like it would work. It's kind of restricted. That's not a 3, in fact. So yeah, this is pretty big. Surely that can't be a 1 in column. Oh, nice. Lovely. What's that? Now, I was hoping those 2s would then interact over here. Sadly, not quite. But I feel like that cell can't be every little else. I feel like that cell is going to be struggling to be that big because this diamond can see at most 17 things. And yeah, and therefore that can't be, if that was like 5, 6, 7 or 9, those would sum to at least 18, 19, which is too much. So therefore that is a 3, which gives you the 3, 6 there. And for the exact same reason. So this has a maximum of, I said 17. So that's not 9. 8 doesn't work either. But 7, 6 is just about okay. But we definitely have 6s there. So surely that's a 3, 6 pair, yes. Because otherwise you're fitting. Oh, and what's it, the 3s there? So that gives us that. That can't be, oh, it can be an 8, but it can't be a 9. You know what this diamond would see. And in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, no, that can stop at blue here. That could stop at blue there. I was hoping that wasn't allowed to sum to 9. If that is pink, it then like affects a lot of stuff, sort of, a bit maybe, not really. Yeah, not particularly. Surely one of those has, no, because that could actually get really big. Oh no, it can't, because this pink has to escape, of course. So the most that this cage sums to is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it definitely has a 1. One of those 2 cells. 1 or 3 more in column 9. Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. No, it can take 0 more, can't it? Oh no, you're saying yeah, it can't do 2 more. Ah, down here. Thank you. Sorry, yeah. So this either sums to 17 and takes 3 more, or it takes 1 more, which affects this. So that's not 5, and also that's not 7, because that would take 2. So that is 8. This is taking all of that. And that is a 6-7 pair. Cool. I think that made sense. Yeah, surely. Nice. 5, 9 pair there. So 9s in this box are now on here. 4s and 5s looking up. You can certainly do that. And this. Nice. Ooh, 8s and 9s that way around. Ah, I wanted them the other. That's fine. That can't. No, it can be pink. Ah. Yeah. Let's tidy these up. Oh, that's 4 and 5 already, which is nice. Now this is quite big because that's at least 12. So we're going to need quite a lot here. And that does a whole bunch. Row 1, column 5 can't be blue. Oh, it would. Yeah. Lovely. So that pinks all of that. We're going to have pink all the way around on the outside. I don't think I've ever seen a yin-yang puzzle that does that. It's entirely possible, I suppose. Very caged in. Be very scrubbed. This now, how much is this seeing? This is seeing 13 cells so far. Yeah, I bet it does as well, because if that's 17, then the pink comes all the way up. Which is very curious. This is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta be 4 and 1 like that. Row 1, column 3 cage. Oh yes, yeah, he's got the sum to 9, doesn't he? And it's got to look like that. 5s and 4s, 8s, 4s and 2s. There's a 6. So that's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we're looking likely. Yeah, that can be blue. Oh, better not. 6 in row 1. Oh yeah, I think I just grabbed that one, sorry. 2, 3, 6. 3s are here. Nine. Yeah. Let's go. How exciting. Very good indeed. A fully outside coloured yin-yang puzzle. A rarity in the wild. Nice. I enjoyed that a lot. I think there's another one that's presumably by the same chap. That I've sold already with the same, or maybe it's someone else's rule set. I don't know. But that was well executed. Good puzzle. An interesting interaction with how that all grows and builds out of this sort of thing and whatnot. Very nicely set. Right. Brain is still working, so we'll keep going for now. I'll stop for some dinner at some point. Let's see how we get on with an Oddlyeven. Oh, we're back to 0 to 8 as well. Excellent. Oh, nice. Oh, is this? Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. Is this your? This is the step up from the last one, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot to add it onto the list. Oh, it's gone a bit too big. Still. There we go. So I think what I had more in mind was that the indexing was indexing the sum, and I think this indexes. Does this index the 1 and 9? I can't remember now. I think there's another layer that you can dive into. But anyway, indexes the 1 and 9. Yeah, I was sort of imagining it. I'll best to show you. Actually, this isn't going to particularly help. Like if that was a question mark, then and if that was a 5 and a 2, that would index like a 1. The 5, sorry, the 5. Well, what am I trying to say? The 5 would index the 1, and the 2 would index itself, and therefore the sum between the 1 and the 9 would have to be 12, with like a 4, 8. If that makes sense. Not that I should really be giving you any ideas. And I don't know if like this would actually create anything interesting. It feels like it's a bit too open if it indexes the sum of the 1 and the 9, but yeah. I'll leave that thought in your capable hands. See what you make of it. But yeah, Foggy puzzle. Oh, nice. I'll look forward to it. Foggy puzzle with 0 to 8. And with doublers, which I hadn't actually read the rules of this one. Just looked like a nice puzzle. So standard doublers, and every digit appears as a doubler. XV, cages, top left, and standard fog. So none of those are going to be doublers because they're all just minimum. And neither of those two are going to be doublers either, are they? Because the X's. That gives us a 0 on 5 there. If that was 0, if that's 5, it just breaks, doesn't it? Because that has no fill. So that has to be 0 on 5 and then doubled 5 there, sort of thing. I do believe. Cages, I assume digits. Yeah, digits and cages run values. Can't repeat. Ones are here. That's still. That could be as small as. Oh, I suppose it's picking up 3 things, isn't it? So that's something to at least 6. So that can't be an 8. That's too big. Which does actually a fair bit. That gives you a 7 there. And yes, yeah, the only way that now works is with a 0, 1, 2, 4. Because you got to get 7 more to get to 21 with how the cages are built. And along here, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, 7, 8. So our 14. This is a bit like I don't know if you're still around, Startup, but the concept of your puzzle, and the person was like, Oh, we don't know if that cage closes in or whatnot. I can't remember exactly what they're on about. That's got to have a 3 in it. Oh, does it? No. Because that could be like 0 1 to the 6 7. And we've used our double if 5, so 5s never go on here anymore. That's just going to be a standard thing. No, because it could have a doubler. Be like doubler 3 and a 4. Except that doesn't work. Double a 1 and an 8 does work, I think. Yeah. Not hiding anything with the color, am I? No. 6 and 8s. So if that had an 8. Oh, it has. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. I think I just missed when I did try to color in that one, and then went along that row. So that's sort of interesting that that's got a double 6 or 8 in it, is it? Maybe. Not sure. Six, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so if that was 6, 7, that would have to be 0 and 1. And the 0 can be doubled as well. I always forget about that. And those sort of things. And top left, does that help us? I don't think so. Maybe this is more relevant than I thought. So definitely can't have a 4, 5, and it definitely can't have a 0. Does just about work with doubled 1 and 8. That's true, isn't it? So either it's 3, 7, or it's got some doubler trickery. And if it did have doubler trickery, I think this does look like it's early on, but it looks like a good puzzle. Feels like a good puzzle even. If it so either it's a standard 3, 7, or it's got, because double a 4 and 2 doesn't work because of that. Double a 3 and 4 doesn't work because of that. Double a 2 needing a 6 is okay. Double a 1 needing an 8, I think, is also okay. Cats. Oh, I made him jump. Or trap asleep. So I can't be 4. We solved 10 lines earlier, by the way, so I'll send you a link to the timestamp if you want to have a watch later. Oh no, I was hoping that no matter which one of these we had, what am I trying to say? I was hoping that no matter which one of these options we had, I hope that that forced it one way or the other here. But I think the 1, 8. Double a 1 and an 8. That's 6, 4, 1. Yeah. That's the other way around, isn't it? With 3-2. 3-2-8. So maybe it's 8s. Is it 8s going into here? I mean, if 8's going to here, it's 8s and 3s. Which definitely needs, at that point, a normal 1 and 2 to finish off that 14 cage. Doesn't it? Surely we can't yet need to think about sort of overall idea of where doublers are going. That's 8 and 3. You definitely need a normal 1 and 2, but of course you could have a naught as well, getting in the way. And the thing about 8 and 3 is 6, 4, 1. Draws out both of those, and that would be a 3-7 pair. And that would be a normal 3-7 pair. Not seeing it at all. 6. If you don't have a 3 here, it's got to be 6, 7, 8, 4, 2. Then that only rules out that, and that's like 0 and 1 and whatnot. Wee bit stuck. Let's have a double check the rules. Make sure I've got everything. Normal 0 to 8. Normal doubler. X to 10. B to 5. Digits can't repeat, and values. That is correct with that total sum, isn't it? Looks like it. The top left corner. Oh dear Lord. How long has that just been there? Whoops. Right, 6 and 8. 4, 1, 3, 2. So that's not a normal 3, 7. It's not a 2, 6. It's got to be a double a 1 with an 8. It's always those sort of things, isn't it? 6 and 1. 6, 7, but it's not 1. It's 8 and 1. Back off to the races. There we go. I'm pleased it's all of us anyway. 1, 3, 4, 0, 2, 5. Yeah, Gobbler was telling me about that. You need to give it a look. There's a 5 without those. That's a 2, 3. I don't think we know which way around it is. I can't work out what you mean by that. As in rewrite the rules? I generally can't tell what you mean. 12 cage. Now wary of. Oh, one of these could be doubler. Because it could be doubler 0. Yeah, how do you make 12? If you don't, if you do have 0, you got to be 5, 7, which doesn't work because of that triple, which is nice. So you definitely don't have a 0. And therefore, you could be 2, 3, 7, 2, 4, 6. Or if 3 is your smallest number, you're just 3, 4, 5, aren't you? And 0 goes there. Okay, so we should be able to say that's 12, 21. Your total's 36. Those sum to 15. So that can't be 6, can it? Yes, 2, 4, 6 doesn't work. So you always have a... oh, and 2, 3, 7, of course, doesn't work because you got that. So you are 3, 4, 5. And 7s and 6s. That makes sense. That felt like that should only have one option. That worked. Could be double a 2. But we always have a 2, I suppose, don't we? Five's not there. That's not 4. There is a 4 here. 6, 7, and 8 with 2, 3, 4. That's got to be 2 and 8. Now that's got to be a double of 2. What are the top? 6s and 7s. Wanted to put what those are, but that probably has to have a doubler to get you there. That looks like a V. That's certainly not a 0.5 because of this. It's got to be 4 and 1. Ah, I kind of want to leave that there because that's like the 2s are the doubler there. 3s and 4s, 3s and 8s. Nice. That'd be 0. Yeah, with double a 6. Just about gets away with it, doesn't it? 1, 7. I couldn't work out what the last digit was. Tends to be at that point, doesn't it? So if this was normal, it couldn't be 3, 8 because of that. And then everything else doesn't work either. So that definitely does have a doubler. And then, whoa, we know which way the doubler has to be. In fact, what is... let's just chuck those in. What is the doubler in there? It's not 0, and it doesn't have a 0. It's not a doubled 1. Row 6, column 7. Oh yes, thank you. There's a 1. Oh, that's double 4 and 3, isn't it? I think is the only way that works, because if that's double a 3, then you need a 5, and yeah, the others don't work. So double a 4 and 3. 8 and 3 at the top there. There's a little X, gives us an 8. And now these two, that could be 3 and 5. Or it could be double a 3 and 2, couldn't it? Think of the 2 ways that works. That's just reminding me what cells we haven't been doubled yet. Oh yeah, because of course the doubler, the 6 is the doubler in this box. So we have used a doubler 6. And then therefore, what's the doubler out of those 3? That's got to be doubler 8. That's got to be doubler 3, which is in there. So that goes doubler 3 with a 2. And this has a doubler 0 somewhere. We don't know where. I could do that. That's a bit too much. Oh no, we're gone. There we go. Back. We're back. Exactly. It's the best kind of double. Can that be 7? Surely not. Then, oh no, that works with 3 and 5. So if that's 7, that's 3 and 5. Oh, I don't think that can be an 8. Because then those two sum to 7, yeah. So that's definitely 3 and 8. And then those two will sum to 12. Which doesn't work if that's a 2. I think well, I've got that on the list still. I'm saving it for a rainy. I'm hoping for like a good long extended rainy weekend where I can get it started on the Saturday and then hope like Saturday morning and then hopefully get it finished on a Sunday evening. I think setting aside like 36 hours is a good shout. So as a ballpark figure. And I'm sure we'll get a rainy weekend sometime soon. A4s, now we know where they are. So that does put the doubler at the bottom there. Assuming those pencil marks are right. 7s and 6s. 1s there, 1s and 0s. 0s. With 1, 3, 6. 13 cage. Yeah, so I wasn't sure. Because I thought that was going to. Because it could drop down. I mean, that's presumably must be what finishes it off. Oops. Just pretend you didn't see that. Yeah. And it could. I'll get rid of the color. Hey, that's not doubler. I'll get rid of the coloring for now to make it easier to see where that cage can go. But you definitely couldn't hit, because we've got a doubler 8 somewhere here. The corner pencil marks just being what can be doubler at that point. Has to use the 6. Yeah, it's got to, hasn't it? Surely. Can't do anything. Oh, could it take 0 and... What about 0.5s? Oh, no, because it can't take either of these, can it? Sorry. Being very dim. Yeah. It's got to take the 6, so that's got to be a 7. Nice. And that's 6 and 8, and that's therefore blue. 7 there. Normal 3 there. And 2. Let's bring that back. 8s and 8s, 7s and 0s, 2s at the top. That does work, doesn't it? Yeah. 6 and 4. 6 and 1. What am I not seeing? Sorry. Thoughts. There we go. Thoughts there. 5, 8. Thoughts and 5s. 4s. No. What have I done? What have I done here? That's not 5. That's a 2. That's an 8. There we go. I was worried at the end though. Very nice. That was very entertaining at the start with that 7. Staring across into box 2. Definitely should have seen that. Might be times. No, I'll do at least one more. On a roll. switch over like this. I rather like this rule. This title. $dollar bill. Nice. See you later, Nell. Thanks for hopping in. Give for your help and all. It certainly is, isn't it? I just saw a puzzle by him and I was like, oh yeah, that'll be fun. Fun to do. Without paying any attention to what that actually is. Yeah. Whoops. So that was a quick solve on that one. I think I've got a video of solving that one as well. So we go. Nice. Right. Let's try this instead. Don't think I've solved this one. I would have basically got throughout the puzzle without realizing probably. And Stifle. Nice. Don't think I've seen it solve this one. So normal yin yang again. Suddenly collected, no 2x2s. And digits. So it's sort of similar to the other one. But it's just single cages rather than total sum that counts how far you go. And then regions. Along lines, colours must change at box boundaries and may not change within the box. Which I think I'm interpreting it as does that? Does that sound like the right interpretation? Okay, that's good. Where's the best place to start? I suppose you can't see way too much in this puzzle because they are all just single cells that show you the length of the doodad. So sorry. I mean, there could be roping here if there wants to. Doesn't necessarily be. This is 2 and 4. But we don't know. Oh yeah, of course, sorry. That's then pink and blue like that, isn't it? I hadn't thought about. And the same here. I'm going to have to go for a different scheme. Oh, and that's interesting because that's then all yellow, isn't it? And can we say if they're blue, those two are blue? See you later, Ambrose. Thanks for jumping in. Nice to chat to you. There's got to be some. Oh, and of course, no, they can. I was thinking these all had to be different colours, but that's certainly not going to help us out there. Yes. Yeah, that's a very good point. So that's all green, which therefore must be pink. Green and pink are the same, aren't they? Pink has got to go all the way around like that. Because otherwise they're maxed out. That's all blue. Nice. Can that can just about get around with being blue if that's an 8-9 pair. This is 9 though. Oh, and of course I can do all this now. No, that's just 9 straight up. Yeah. This is a 4. Yeah, that. This has got to be a 9. That's got to be a 3. Get some nice easy digits. That all can't be pink, but it certainly isn't because of that. Oh, so that can't be an 8, can it? Because then all those would be pink. If that's blue, that's pink. And then, like, all that's pink. But that's okay. Nines along here, which puts 9s there. Those two cells are the same. That's probably not worth benchmarking, actually. Oh, but of course, that's at least a 3. Which means it's at least that. Sorry. Wait, which part? Have I done something wrong? Row 3, column 2. Oh, of course it can, can't it? Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I missed that. That can happily drop away down that way. This takes exactly 1 of 1 and 2. Because otherwise it would sum to 3, row 3, column 7. Lovely. So it's not a 5. And I suppose that cell goes down there, which goes along here. Can this have a 1 and a 2? Probably, because that doesn't have to be that big and small and whatnot. Oh, yes. Sorry. Thank you. That can't be 5 and it can't be 6. Yeah, how big it has to be. That could still be 3 and 1, 2. Sadly, the next cell to look at isn't that one. 2s and 3s. That was blue. Oh, then it escapes. If it's pink, then it doesn't really mean much. At least one of those is pink. Two is down here. That's at least 14. Oh, so this is quite big. But it's probably happy being so. Almost thought these couldn't be an 8-9 pair because that would sort of stop this stretching all the way across like that as well. These cells are. No, it doesn't really do much, does it? There's almost feels like interesting interactions going on with like these total sum stuff, maybe. And roping still seems very viable. Little stumped. This point. So a lot of cells doing something. It's just seeing which one actually helps us out at all. 3, 1, 2 means that's pink. Means that blue would have to extend a long way that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not particularly that much. Like that would be blue. Should make that pink. And if that isn't a 3, then then that's blue. And that's pink. Again, it's not really saying much. Oh, my brain's definitely slowing down, I think. This is the last puzzle of the evening. For sure. So, I mean, if this wasn't roped, then... I mean, it could be roped like the whole... well, it couldn't actually be the whole way the other way. Because then that would be too big. I'll tell a lie, that might work. Yeah, I think that would. Or you can share 1 digit, can't you? If this was 9 and 8, like all of those would be the same. That's blue. Like if they're all pink, you can sort of fill in a lot of stuff like that without doing all that much. I maybe need to remember the different color stuff with the lines. That is. Yeah, no, doesn't feel like they're doing anything. Let's pick that's blue. That's blue, that's all blue, that's blue. Well, that's also blue. extends pink a long way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 7 or 8. Not something here, is there? But don't think so, really. That's 3 and 4. Then that would be a 3-4 pair. 3, column 4. Yeah, you get a lot of colouring, don't you? That would be blue, that would be pink. That would be a 4, judging by the looks of it. Interestingly, that would have to keep growing, or else those 2 digits would be the same. This feels like this probably isn't what you're meant to look at. Oh, that breaks. But I don't think I can claim that, because I think all that row 3 column 4 being blue, I think makes all of this pink, and therefore you get, and these 4 cells down here would be blue. But I don't think that's particularly viable. Because I was wondering if this extends a long way, means that's 8. If we don't see anything else, I'll run with it. So I don't know. Does that being that way around, does that actually do anything particularly? Yeah, I suspect so. Hope so. So if this was 2, 3, 5, 8, an 8 there doesn't mean much, really. Just have to escape. They certainly will do. That's blue. If that's blue, oh no, that just makes all that pink. Oh no, that breaks. If this cell's blue, that's pink by 2 by 2, and then all that's pink. Therefore, that's got to be pink, and that's got to be pink by 2 by 2, and that's got to be pink, and that breaks like this cell. It's got too many, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll take that, but it doesn't do much. Although now this cell can't be pink, because if that's pink, then that's still pink because of this 9 saying that cell. So that's got to be blue. Oh yeah, I'll say that. So if that was blue, then both of those are pink. That's got to be pink. This has got to come up, because that's sees that 9, and then would have to be like 8 and 9 there. And that would be pink, and would break that connectivity, as you say. So now this is blue. So yeah, so if that's still pink, then the blue escapes like that. That has to be 8 and 7. Don't see why not, really. Ah, doesn't work. Pink and pink coming up like that. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because I suppose, yeah. Nice. So that is blue as well. Slowly growing blue out. Can you do, yeah, you can do a similar thing that cell can't be blue. Because if that's blue, then again, this little blue guy comes up because of the 9. And then this little line has problems because that can't be blue and those two can't be blue. If this is pink, then that's quite big, but it's fine. If it was blue, then pink would come out like this. I was just wondering if it runs into a problem getting stuck behind that line, but I don't think it does. Hmm. Oh, I saw something, but apparently not. I mean, at least one of these is pink. That's not saying much. More region, some logic. Those two being the same, these two being the same. They're both pink, then the blues could have come out a bit more, but it's very happy doing so. Happy, happy, happy. Might have to put that on, this one on pause. Let's go back to, shall we use that thing? Blue, pink, all of that. Blue, blue, pink, pink. Think of these. That. That's all blue. That's all blue. Yeah. Gonna take it for now. Make that not pink. Make that not blue. But yeah, it really doesn't feel like it does much. I suppose if that's pink, then it's describing along this direction, which might help us out. Or otherwise it's blue. Otherwise it's blue and then blue's talking about going up and down like that. Surely one of these. And of course if that's pink then that's blue. But that's all fine. If that's pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pink, that's blue. Who's escaping here? Pinks would have to escape there. Row 3, column 3 isn't. Row 3, column 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yes, yeah, because it's always adding an odd number. So it can't be 6 either, can it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that's 5 or 7. So at least one of these two is a blue. But I think they both can be with the 5. Chris's. Where to look? So if this is pink, if that's pink, that's 4. Oh, for some reason I was saying that escapes, but it's all attached all the way up here. If that's pink, it has to be a 4, because that would be blue. And therefore, like you've used your 5s there, this would have to grow like that. And grow again. No, sorry, if this is pink. This is pink, that's 4, and that's already picked up a bunch of stuff. And if it's blue, trouble is we're not getting any checkerboardy stuff that normally helps a lot. 3, 1, 2, pink, blue. That's blue, then that's also blue. If that's blue, all this is blue. That would be a pink 2. Which connects up. Doesn't seem to do much else than that. I'll give it 2 more minutes. And then he's gone. Well, he is still there. Hang on. There we go. So the light's getting dark. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. 2, 3, 4, and 7. 2, 3, 5, and 8. 2, 3, 5, and 8, but 8's up there. That's not ones would go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That can't be an 8. That were 7. And that's 8 with a 1, 7. That's 8 with a 2, 3, 5. All this would be blue. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think I've seen what we were meant to see. If this blue extends, then that cell's pink. The problem with that is both of these two are the same. So that does have to be pink with a 1, 2, and a 3. That does turn the corner. And now this 1, 2, 3 has got to extend. That's now at least a 6. That's now blue, so this is now trapped, and now this has got to extend. Definitely should have seen that earlier. I just subtly had it out the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes. The trouble is there's so many clues, so much going on, that it's a bit hard to see where it is you need to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's either 6 or 8 going along here. This cell we now know how many it's seeing. 1, 2. That is 6 and 6. So they sum to 15. 6's somewhere up there. This cell is a 4. Which does that. This is feeling more 3-starry. 8's there. 1, 4, 5, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pink. It now feels like there's a lot that we can get out of. Oh, that's got to grow, hasn't it? In fact, it's got to grow a lot. Thank you. Like all the stuff we did down here, feels like it should come very easily now. This cell is either a 4 or a 6. It's not a 6. That's a 6 and 9. It's not a 6. So at least one of these is a blue. I think that's a correct response. It's not 1. Could be 2. It just gets cut off. This is at least a 4. Could be a lot of things. Oh, if that's pink, that has to be blue because of this 4 or 5. So that is blue there. Row 5, column 3. Oh yeah. It can't be a 9, can it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it can all go all the way down to 7, potentially. No, that would cut off the 2 blues. So that's certainly not 7. And exact same thing, you've got 2 cages that are both sandwiched either side, so that has to be blue. So if this was 6, that could be a 1, 2, or 3. Still, I think. How many is it seeing? Seeing 6 already. Which might be helpful. 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Row 4, column 4, thank you. 1s and 2s and 3s. mean that does go like that. Oh, I was expecting that to be a 7. Interesting. 2, 4, 7, and 9. That can't be a 2. 6s, 5s, and 7s. Nice. That looks suspiciously roped. Yes, in fact, it has to be, doesn't it? If that was a 2, that would be very problematic. 5, 8. 9's there, 4's there, 2's here. It's nice with the in-game puzzles that once you do get going, they certainly get going a lot, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's got to be pinks and pinks from the rule, and blues because of the rule. Remember your rules. This cell, certainly not a 4. It's got to continue like that at least. But both of those could be blue. That's not a pencil mark that massive, and then you can easily drop it down again. This cell, we know how many that's seeing. That's seeing 5 things. Row 8, column 5. Ah, yes, thank you. Which does that, which does this, and that. And then that guy is going to have to connect some way or the other. Sees 2 cells. These 2 cells are the same, aren't they? Oh, wait, and that's not a 1. Can it be 7 or 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it could be both. Weird. No, it can't be 8. 8 would need all of those cells, and that traps pink. So that's 3 or 7. So weirdly, that can't be 7, because then that's 3, 2, 5, and that breaks the 5. Oh, and also 2s. It's probably the easier and more intended way. Right, 8, column 5, yeah. Sorry, just got there ahead of you. Or probably at the same time, and probably as you typed, I'm saying it. 2s. The 7 needs to see that, but not this. The pink needs to escape, and we've got all of our colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have I done? That sees 4. I literally just can't count. It's definitely end of the session solving at this point, isn't it? 3s, 5s, and 8s. 1's here. 9 and 4 because of that as well. That sees 3, 8 and 1, 1, 6, 7, 9. That's got to be a 6. For some reason, I just count that as those 3. That's 5, isn't it? 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 7 and 1. 4, 6, 8. 5, 8, 1, 5, 3, 8, 2, 3, 6, 4. Yay! Slightly brutalized at the start, I'm afraid, with that puzzle, wasn't it? But but completed. So very nice indeed. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise the cat had gone. Roll off. Yeah, that was a good number of puzzles, like 8 or so. Nice little session. Yeah. Thank you. Tuning in. Still live. Yeah, I'll hand you over to Jojo. What I was gonna say. I'll be live or I'll stream next on Friday. For the judging malarkey of the finals. So that'll be good fun. See how that goes. I'll probably solve other stuff as well. Yeah. Nice to stream again. Thanks y'all for the puzzles. Thanks for stopping by. Chat to y'all sometime. I'm sure. I'll read things. Takes ages. There we go. See y'all later.